If you go to the website, acompanyof1.org, you will find a page which I had printed, but apparently I forgot to grab out of the printer, which says this page is no longer available. Now, what was on that page before it vanished was a letter from a fellow by the name of Mark, who was, I'm guessing, probably the guy who owned the site. And parts of his letter are reprinted over at democraticulnderground.com, and that will link you back to zerohedge.com, where they have the original link to a company of one, what I believe is his website, Mark's website. And I just want to share with you a little bit of Mark's letter, if you'll indulge me, please. He said, hello, I am unemployed over 2 years now, a 99er without any benefits for 3 months. I have a confession to make to all of you. I'm a criminal. I've obeyed the 10 Commandments and all laws except I'm unemployed, and that's now a crime. I'm poor, and that's a crime. I'm worthless surplus population, and that's a crime. I'm a Main Street American citizen born and raised in the USA, and that's now a crime, and I am euthanizing myself as I write this note, so arrest my corpse. This is not a call for help. The deed is done. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Death is my best available option. It's not just that my bank account is $4 that I've not eaten in a week, not because hunger pangs are agonizing, I'm a wimp, not because I live in physical and mental anguish, not because the landlady is banging on the door nonstop and I face eviction, not that Congress and the President have sent a strong message that they no longer help the unemployed. It's because I'm a law-abiding, though worthless, long-term employed older man who is surplus population. Had I used my college education to rip people off and steal from the elderly, poor, disabled, and Main Street Americans, I'd be wearing different shoes now. I'd be a petty king. Hard work, honesty, loving kindness, charity, and mercy, and becoming unemployed and destitute, unable to pay your bills, are all considered foolishness now and high crimes in America. Whereas stealing and lying and cheating and being greedy to excess and destroying the fabric of America is rewarded and protected, making such people petty kings and queens among us. We taxpayers have handed trillions of dollars to the same bank and insurance industries that started our economic disaster with its reckless gambling. We distributed tax cuts to businesses. For our dollars, we have been rewarded with starvation, homelessness, and a plague of fear. I am college educated and worked 35 years in management, receiving written references and praise from every boss for whom I worked. Yet after thousands of resumes, applications, emails, phone calls, and drop-ins, I failed to get a job even at McDonald's. I've discovered there's 3 strikes against me. Most 99ers will understand. Strike 1, businesses are not hiring long-term unemployed. In fact, many job ads now say unemployed need not apply. Strike 2, I am almost 60 years old. Strike 3, for every job opening I've applied, there are over 300 applicants. I believe the Congress and President have no intention of really aiding the unemployed due to various political reasons. Had they really wanted to help us, they could have used unspent stimulus monies or cut foolish costs like the failed wars or foreign aid and farm subsidies. Just the unspent stimulus money alone could have taken care of all unemployed persons for 5 years, or until the unemployment rate reached 7%, if Congress and the President really wanted to help us. So here I am, long-term, unemployed, older man with chronic health problems, now totally broke, hungry, facing eviction. So I have the freedom to be homeless and destitute and pursue happiness, he puts that in quotes, in garbage cans, and then die. Yay for America, huh? So the only option left for me is merciful self-euthanasia. It is with a heavy heart that I've set my death in motion, but what I am facing is not living. So off I go. I've made peace with God and placed my burden on Jesus, and he forgives me. This nation has become evil to the core, with cold-hearted politicians and tycoons squeezing what little Main Street Americans have left. It is not the America into which I was born. It is now the land of the tycoon haves and the rest of us have-nots who march into hopelessness and despair. I can't help but juxtapose our plight to the tycoons. They steal from pension funds, banks, the people in government, and little Wall Street investors. Then rather than face punishment, they become the petty kings in this world. This new America is alien to me. It is an America of greed and corruption and avarice and mean-spirited selfishness and hatred of the common good. I am not welcome here anymore. I must go home. My home is somewhere else. Goodbye, and glad.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
And he ends, goodbye, and God bless you all. How many more Americans will the GOP murder before we wake up?